Into the storm. Can I escape the darkest part of me? Into the storm. Help me believe it's not the real me. Do I hide what's in?
Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Hunter Loves Voice Play podcast. I decided to take a different route this month. Some of you suggested I give Lane and Tony some attention, as if that's all that Lane needs, more attention. So what better way to give our friends at Pattycake Productions attention than for me to talk about them for 20 minutes straight? Sounds like fun! So hang on to your broomsticks and witch hats. There's a storm coming. Ironically in South Florida too. They just got hit by a thing a couple weeks back. And we'll be going right into the storm. Into the Storm, the evolution of the Wicked Witch, is beautifully summed up with an original song by Pattycake, sung by no other than Broadway's Jessica Vosk. Elphaba herself? Don't make me laugh! I'm not going to spend time making Wicked jokes. There's a time and a place for that. So let's go into the storm. Whee! We start our journey walking the yellow brick road, which introduces us to the iconic Elphaba from Broadway's Wicked 2003, played by Jessica Vosk. Jessica's character, Elphaba, is at war with herself and is searching for the answer to the question, are you born wicked, or is wickedness thrust upon you? Elphaba is haunted by visions of herself as other people see her, the Wicked Witch. The first vision is the iconic Wicked Witch, played by Margaret Hamilton in the 1939 film, The Wizard of Oz. Can you guess who's portraying the witch here? It's a very familiar bass singer's wife, Kathy Castellucci, who played the role for Pattycake in the Will of Oz unexpected musical video. And I have to give mad props to Tony for that casting choice, because at first glance, Kathy has a very striking resemblance to Margaret, and she played her character brilliantly. From the subtle gestures to the laugh, I was smiling from cheek to cheek when I watched this for the very first time. Brava, Kathy, brava. This Wicked Witch represents all things wicked. It doesn't get more wicked than that. She's just wicked. Plain and simple. We continue with the second vision, Eveline, the Wicked Witch from Broadway musical The Wiz 1975 and the movie 1978. For this vision, Tony took on the task of recreating the trash of the movie costume, which took a week and a half to build, after sourcing all the materials and props. I mean, give the guy credit, he does amazing work. Currently, the whole costume is being displayed in various places, and will then go on permanent loan at the All Things Oz Museum in L. Frank Baum's hometown of Chittenango, New York. You know you've done great work when people want to take your creation and put it on display in a museum. And Eveline represents greed. Just greedy, all things. She just wants everything. Moving on, we have the third vision, Theodora from Oz, the Great and Powerful, 2013. I never saw the movie, so I don't know much about her character, but I do know she becomes the green-skinned Wicked Witch when she is wrongfully informed that the wizard, Oscar Dakes, has been disloyal to her. She willingly undergoes a magical transformation to become evil and thus forsake the people of Oz, because she can't stand the pain of rejection. She becomes Theodora, the Vengeful. She wants revenge. I did not do a lot of digging into Wicked Witches, which is a shame. See what I did there? Next we have the fourth vision, Selena, from Once Upon a Time, a show I have never watched, but I know the basics. Non-green form, known as Kelly West, she debuted in the third season of Once Upon a Time. She represents the cunning side of the Wicked Witch. And finally, we have the movie version Elphaba from 2024's Wicked. I have seen Wicked, and side note, Cynthia Erivo is a queen. She's fantastic. Elphaba is the reflection of what Jessica sees, her innocence, a small glimmer of hope and goodness left within. She reaches for that goodness and purity of heart, but loses hold of it as she has to go within the storm to discover that she is in fact the storm. And how about that set? Anyone's skin crawling? It should be, considering they had a crap ton of trees that had bugs and they were drying out. You remember the forest for Classical Chaos? All the trees? Same forest. And the amount of blood, sweat, literal blood and sweat, mud and tears that Tony and Lane went through to get those trees. Ugh. I never thought that I would be thinking of a U-Haul in a different way, but oh lord. They are stubbornly passionate people. That and Jessica Vosk, too. She was an absolute champion in that project. I had never heard of Jessica prior to this project, so once this was released, I went and researched her, and my god, her voice is just incredible. And to think that she worked in this video with such a bad back is beyond me. She was scheduled to have surgery for it, and though she was in a world of pain, she carried on, and you'd never tell by her excellent performance. Speaking of excellent performances, or just pure excellence, give it up for Rick Underwood and his team, Renette. The makeup of each and every individual actor is just perfect. Combined with Tony's handmade costumes, it's a win-win all around. If you want to see Rick at his best, go check out Heartless after this video. How about that hag, huh? Scary, isn't she? Ugh. But it's awesome and creepy, which is what I live for. I see this song as a metaphor for life. It's speaking about anxiety, depression. Lyrically, Elphaba is speaking about how she has this inner storm of thoughts and perceptions about herself, some of which she wants to escape but can't because it is so overwhelming. Many of us have been there, being stuck in this void of thoughts and pressure and trying to escape and fight back or hold it in until it cripples us or we explode. That's a reason why I love Lane and Tony's songwriting. Not only does it pertain to the characters or the story, but I often find myself hearing a line and having it get stuck in my head. I think from Into the Storm, the most notable lyric for me is, "How can I see who I'm meant to be when the solid ground keeps falling out from under me?" That one speaks out to me, not just because Jessica's vocals give it so much power and just overall, panic, but because sometimes we go through life thinking we know who we are and that we have our lives together in some capacity, but then life pulls the rug from under us and we start over. Speaking of that line, watch how the storm builds afterwards. It's absolutely crazy. From the lighting changes to the monstrous tornado, which was all done with fans. Just debris, wind, and huge mess all over the place. And Jessica with a bad back just facing that storm like a pro. Like, she just stood there like this was like a normal thing for her. Like, this was like an everyday at the office type of thing. She's just great. Pattycake manages to outdo themselves again and again and again and again. Whether it be in handmade costumes, amazing makeup, sets, actors, songwriting, vocals, arrangements, what have you, it always tops the previous project, which always makes you want more from Pattycake. I'm being serious here. Like, there have been so many videos that I have gone back and watched, and I'm just like, you guys are great. You guys are just incredible at what you guys are doing. With all that being said, why not check out Into the Storm for yourself and follow up with their latest release, Heartless, The Evolution of the Evil Queen. Both are on YouTube right now. Shameless plug, I know. But also, just to kind of conclude Into the Storm, I love the fact that Jessica starts off in the woods and, she kind of seems like she's confused. Like, she's like, I don't know exactly why I am here. But then it's like, I'm in a place of anxiety and I'm in a place of just, I don't know where I am. I don't know who I am. And it's like just kind of like that out of body experience for her, that she just doesn't understand the world that she's in. And then being haunted from every other version of herself. It's like, well, no, like, I'm not necessarily wicked, or am I? But it's like, do I become the things that I don't want to become? And there's another lyric in the chorus that it's like, or right before the chorus, it's like, or is it in the chorus? Do I hide what's inside, or do I let it go? It's like, do I hide it? Do I hold on to it? Or do I just let it go and let people perceive me in possibly a negative light? And with Jessica, like, she has that anxiety down to a T. Like, she's just looking around and she's spinning and she's like speaking to it from a perception of like, oh my God, like, what is this? Like, is that me? Then it's like, well, no, I don't want to be that. Like, I don't want to be her, or am I her? Like, do I want revenge? Do I not want revenge? Am I greedy? Am I just wicked all within? So it's definitely like, looking at yourself and looking at that mirror version of yourself that you've created, that it's like, it's either lying to you or it's being distinctly more of just like that inner conflict between each and every person. And like, even in Heartless, they talk about this too. So, go watch that one. I might do an episode about it later. I don't know for sure. Enjoy Into the Storm. I absolutely love it. I'm going to go back and I'm going to rewatch it after I'm done with this. And thank you so much, as always, for watching. Make sure to check out my other Pattycake episode. And if this is one you liked, maybe I might do more of these in the near future. So thank you for everything. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!